Animal, especially for comic book lovers. Organizers and participants of the Big River Comic-Con are celebrating 5 years this weekend. Today, hundreds of comic fans gathered at the Tabernacle Rec Center. The weekend was full of cosplay contests, celebrity guests, and video game tournaments. Individual vendors lined the rec center selling things from custom 3D prints to Lego figures. Organizers say they're excited to see how the convention has grown over the years.
Our very first event, we had a ton of people show up and cosplay, and in those 5 years, the cosplayers have just improved their art so much. It's been amazing to watch that.
And Hayes says they've already begun work on next year's convention.